So, lads, today we need to talk about this situation. And trust me, this story is far from over. I genuinely believe this isn't the end. Not even close. Because sooner or later, somebody is going to take legal action against the WNBA. Whether that's the Connecticut Sun ownership group, the Boston investors, or even the state of Connecticut itself. Someone is going to step in, and honestly, it wouldn't surprise me at all if it is the state of Connecticut. Let's not forget, they were ready to put serious money on the table. We're talking about a $325 million bid to keep the team right where it is. Arena ready, infrastructure ready, fan base already there. Everything was lined up. And what did the league do? They refused, not because the offer wasn't good enough, but because the buyers didn't own an NBA team, which, by the way, is not even an official requirement. So yeah, something about that doesn't sit right. And that's why I'm telling you now, don't be surprised if this ends up in court. This story is not finished. Now, before we go any further, if you agree this whole situation is crazy, hit that subscribe button. We're pushing toward the next milestone, and every single one helps. All right, let's get into what actually happened here. The team is being moved, and it's heading to Houston, where it'll likely return as the Houston Comets. And I gotta be honest, I don't really understand this obsession with bringing back old franchises that already failed once. We've seen it before. Just because one situation works doesn't mean it's a guaranteed success everywhere else. Look at recent expansion success stories. Those are exceptions, not the rule. But here's the bigger issue. The Connecticut Sun weren't just some struggling franchise. This was one of the first profitable teams in WNBA history. They had stability. They had a loyal fan base. And they were located in one of the strongest women's basketball regions in the country. You're talking about Yukon territory, one of the biggest pipelines for women's basketball fans in the world. And now, that entire region is about to be left without a team. Think about that for a second. No Connecticut team, no Boston team, nothing in that entire New England area. The closest team? That's hours away. Meanwhile, you had multiple groups, including ones from Boston and Hartford, offering more money to either relocate or keep the team local. And the league still said no. Why? Because they want Boston as a future expansion market, because they've already made promises elsewhere, and because, for whatever reason, Houston was prioritized. That's really what this comes down to. The league didn't just reject one offer. They rejected better offers. Offers that kept the team in a proven market. Offers that respected the existing fan base. Offers that made more financial sense in the short term. And instead, they pushed a move across the country for less money. Let that sink in. The ownership group basically had no choice but to accept a deal worth tens of millions, less than what was on the table. And that's where things start to feel very messy. Because now you're not just talking about a business decision. You're talking about control. You can sell your team, but only to who we approve. And that's a dangerous precedent. Now zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about one team. This is one of the biggest problems with American sports in general. Franchises can move at any time. If the league decides your city isn't valuable enough, your team is gone. Imagine being a lifelong fan, supporting your team for years, and then one day it's just relocated to the other side of the country. That's it, gone. And that's why situations like this hit so hard, because it's not just business, it's community, it's identity, it's loyalty. And in this case, Connecticut did everything right. They supported the team. They built a winning culture. They made it profitable. They even came forward with more money to keep it there. And still it wasn't enough. Meanwhile, Houston, a market where the original Comets eventually folded, is getting another shot. Now, maybe it works this time. Maybe it doesn't. But that's not really the point. The point is, Connecticut earned the right to keep that team. And they didn't get it. So yeah, don't be surprised if this turns into something bigger. Because when you've got states, investors, and ownership groups all losing out despite offering more money, that's when lawyers start getting involved. And when that happens, this story is only just getting started. So yeah, thoughts? Because this one feels far from over.